my first guest tonight is, of course, a hilarious comedian and an actor. He'll be appearing at the Calvin Theater in Northampton, Massachusetts on June 5th. Please welcome Boston's own Stephen Wright. So, Stephen, good to see you.
Thanks.
What have you been doing lately?
Nothing.
How are you?
I'm good.
You been traveling?
Yeah.
You been doing live shows?
Yes.
You like doing live shows?
Yes.
I'm guessing some nights you just don't feel like being funny.
Right.
Is this one of those nights?
No.
Did they tell you that that this is a talk show?
Yeah.
I gotta ask, but are you gonna just give me one-word answers?
Nope.
Do you have any stories?
Yes.
You gonna tell any of them?
Maybe.
Okay, well maybe you should leave now.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So you were just kidding with that whole bit up front.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's it going?
Good.
Get him, Bob. What are you doing this summer? You got any plans?
No. Yeah, I have a lot of things I'm doing. Next week I'm going to have an MRI to find out whether or not I have claustrophobia. And then I'm going to episiotomy school. That's when a woman...
Yeah. Don't do that with your hands.
And then I'm going to teach at summer camp by Nova Scotia. I teach every June for 6 weeks, which is weird because there's only 4 weeks in June. And I'm in charge of activities.
Activities?
I can't really ever think of anything for the children to do, so I bring them down to the lake and I just explain to them that no one knows really why we're alive and eventually we're all going to die.
Well, did you yourself go to camp?
Yes. Did you go to camp?
Yeah.
I went,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I remember this counselor asked if you could be any animal you'd want to be, and what animal would you want to be, and I said I'd be a bird, and she said, why, so you could fly? And I said, no, so much it would be white.
Oh, now you've deserved a sip now, yeah. I think you've earned it now.
She hung herself, and we thought she was a piñata. And, oh, I had a nightmare last night. It was horrible.
You had a nightmare?
Not that one could be good, but yes, it was horrible. It was incredible. Maybe you don't think it would be horrible, but to me, it was like the worst thing that could ever happen. In fact, I brought a clip from my nightmare.
You have a clip?
Yeah.
A clip of this horrible nightmare?
Yeah, it's a very high technology thing.
Oh, well,
is there any way we can show it? Or
yeah, okay. Please welcome Boston's own Stephen Wright. Thanks, pal.
Yeah. It's kind of a premonition, I guess.
Yeah. How's your personal life? Is everything fine?
Personally?
Yeah. How are you doing?
Well, I've been seeing this woman for about a year. I really liked her. She was first just saw her. All I could think of was I was wondering if there was the opposite of a restraining order. And, you know, I liked her because she's not normal. She likes to dance really fast to very slow music. And I had this reggae version of taps. And we used to drive down to the cemetery, and I'd turn her up loud, and she'd just run all over the place. She looked like an albino Rastafarian and have an epileptic fit. And she lived in a beautiful house in Vermont that had cathedral floors. You just walk in and everything would fall down there. And then she left. She went to join the Peace Corps. She asked me if I wanted to go, and I said no. Peace reminded me of war, and I didn't like conflict. She wrote me this beautiful letter about 2 weeks later, and I read it, and at the bottom I crossed her name off, and I wrote my own name, and I sent it back to her. And I never heard from her ever again, so apparently she didn't like what she wrote. But thanks for asking.
Yeah, well, if you don't, nothing's going on in the personal life, you must have some spare time then. What are you doing?
Spare time?
Yeah, you doing anything to...
Yeah, I have several hobbies which I enjoy to the fullest. I like to guess what time it is. Ask me what time it is.
What time is it?
I don't know. I'm not from around here. I also like to listen to tapes of my ears ringing.
What?
I have tapes of my ears ringing that I listen to really loud for a long time, so I don't have to listen to the tapes. And I'm also trying to invent disposable time and space for the modern astronaut. And
I hope that's not a gun.
I do card tricks now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, here, pick pick a card.
Pick a card?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What
There we go.
What is it?
It's the 4 of hearts.
Yep.
All right. Well, we got to talk about this film. I understand you've directed a film. Is that right?
Yes, I did
You made a film?
Short film. It's 40 seconds long. It's my life story. Most of it is filler. No, it's a short film called One Soldier. It's about a guy in the Civil War who's obsessed with death, and is there a God, and why are we here? And, you know, it's a comedy. And,
is there a reason it takes place in the Civil War?
No. I just thought it should. I didn't know why.
All right.
I love directing it. I love the whole thing other than the process. And
why don't
I have a clip. I have a show.
We have a clip
this
here.
shows what my job was during the war.
It's called One Soldier. Let's take a look.
My job was to play the concertina in order to relax the general so he could make his decision. I did my job as best I could. But sometimes I would play in an unusual manner in order to distract the general so he couldn't make his decision, so he couldn't decide where hundreds more men would die. Later, this way of playing would be known as bluegrass.
Historically accurate. I understand. Let's make sure we mention that Stephen's going to be performing June 6th at Paramount Theater in Peekskill, New York, and June 10th at Westbury Music Fair in Long Island. Stephen, thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you very much.
And try and settle down. Stephen Wright, everybody. Party War. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.